Hello, my beautiful people, and welcome back to A Girl Talks Formula One. Just kidding. Was my accent any good? For all of you who saw all the way to the end of my previous video, link right here, I said that I was gonna try talking like a British person during the whole video. That's obviously not gonna happen. I just saw Cruella de Vil and I'm like hooked with the movie. But today, what I am going to be talking about is how to understand Formula One. How do the races work and all of that. Okay, so starting with the beginning. Formula One was originated in 1950, having the French Grand Prix as the first Grand Prix ever. Just kidding. It was actually Silverstone, the first Grand Prix ever, March 13, 1950. But that's not the kind of video I'm going to be talking about today. Today we're going to be understanding Formula One together. So for starters, we have Grand Prix. Grand Prix are what humans know as races. Since the Formula One was kind of originated in France, that's why they name the races Grand Prix. Each Grand Prix is named after the host country. For example, if we have one in Mexico City, it's going to be the Mexican Grand Prix. If we have one in Barcelona, it's going to be the Spanish Grand Prix, and so on. Now, there's two different types of circuits. We have the street style circuits, which are literally street style in the city, and we have the normal track circuits, which are the technical circuits, which are actually built-in circuits for the races to happen on. Grand Prix are held on weekends and they normally last 3 days. That was until 2021, in which sprint qualifying races have been introduced, which only last 2 days. But moving on. So for normal Grand Prix, the first day is practice day. Practice day is divided into 3 sessions of 1 hour each. So we have the first session during the morning on Friday, the second session during the afternoon, and the third session is actually practiced on Saturday morning. Practice allows the drivers to, well, how the name says, practice, and allows them to get used to the track. Then we go to day 2, which is qualifying day. This is held on Saturdays. Qualifying is 1 day before the race to determine the order of how the drivers will start during race day. Position number 1 is called a pole. And then on the third day, which is Sundays, we have the race day. Now for sprint qualifying, we're gonna have 2 days in which qualifying will be held. Days we will have the race day. The first qualifying session ever will be held in Silverstone this season. We'll see how it goes. Now races have different parts. We have the grid penalties. Grid penalties can be assigned to drivers or cars and can affect their starting position. It can also happen during the race, and this is commonly for exceeding components or offenses in free practice during a previous race. We also have the pit stops. The pit stops are for the drivers to change their tires, fix mechanical issues, or when there's been an incident or two, the drivers have to go basically hide until the track is once again safe to drive. Now the most exciting part of the race, we have the podium ceremony. At the end of every race, we have a podium ceremony in which the first, second, and third driver take a place on the podium and celebrate with champagne showers. A little fun fact about champagne showers, the first champagne shower ever celebrated was in 1967 by Dan Gournay in the 24 Hours of Le Mans, in which he won. Now comes the interesting part. How do drivers win? How many points are they awarded? Okay, so we have 2 different types of standings during each season. We have the driver standings and the constructor standings. Driver standings, as the name says it, is the positions of the drivers. Constructor standings is the positions of the teams. There are 10 teams in the Formula One and each team has 2 drivers each. Now the positions can constantly change race after race because every single race they are awarded different points. So the way it works is the following way. The first place gets 25 points, second place 18, third place 15, fourth place 12, fifth place 10, sixth place 8, seventh place 6, eighth place 4, ninth place 2, and 10th place 1. From 11 to 20, drivers get awarded 0. And from the 1st to the 10th place, it is normally known as a point zone because from the 1st to the 10th, well, they get points. Do you now know how a Formula One race works? Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment down below. I would love to know what you learned. And I would also love for you guys to tell me what kind of video would you like for me to film next. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And see you again next week in another episode of A Girl Talks Formula One. Hasta la vista, baby.